Today is the grand opening of preseason pools. The city of San Antonio was able to open a total of 8 pools for you to cool off. There's more to go. Parks and Recs has a total of 27 pools, and they are working right now to get ready for everyone to eventually be able to jump in and cool off. The pools will be open on Saturdays and Sundays from 1 to 7. They're free to the public, and the pools open at they are open at full capacity.
Right now, we are not. We are open full capacity as long as our staffing allows. Our restrooms, dressing rooms, showers, they are available.
And a reminder, the city is still working to find some lifeguards to work for them this summer. The incentive is now up to $1,000 if you are hired for the summer. So if your kids are looking for something to do this summer, put them to work. Let them sit by the pool, get a nice tan.
They look at a nice
Save some kids. Good.
Hot. Oh my gosh. Yes. So we set a new record high temperature today. I'm waiting for the official data from the Weather Service, but the old record was 98. I believe we at least got up to 100 at some point this afternoon. So record heat, but we do have some severe storms in the hill country. A better chance for storms around San Antonio late tonight. More on that coming up. The aquifer today up 0.4 of a foot, and in your pollen count looking good here. Molds and grass are both low on this Saturday. We'll be right back. I have some folks from out of town that I know that are here, and they're like, is it always hot this hot this early?
Where are they visiting from?
California.
Well, yes, it is.
I was like, no, it's not this hot usually this early. I know.
Yeah, I don't like August in May at all, Katie. Can we fix that?
It's not been fun. Thankfully, it's changing really soon. Tomorrow is going to be much cooler. Yes, we're talking the 80s, so you're not going to be pulling out your sweaters or anything like that, but it's going to feel a lot nicer out there tomorrow. But we have to get through a window for some storms this evening and tonight. So you see all those yellow boxes there that stretch through Texas and even northeast of Texas into other parts of the U.S. Those are all severe thunderstorm watch boxes, which means severe thunderstorms are possible. And it's all because of this cold front that stretches across a good part of the United States this evening. And that includes us here in Texas. This front will move through tonight. It gets to San Antonio closer to midnight. So this evening, we're looking at some storms across the hill country and then a better chance for a broken line of scattered storms after midnight tonight through about 2-3 o'clock in the morning. That front will continue to push south, and tomorrow we will be left with, yes, a much cooler day. Again, it will be in the 80s for a lot of us, even some upper 70s across the hill country. But compared to the triple digits this afternoon, it is going to feel cooler tomorrow. Not only that, it'll be mostly cloudy and we'll have a nice breeze. North-northeast winds 10 to 20 miles per hour tomorrow. So let's jump into the futurecast here. Currently, we got temperatures in the upper 90s and triple digits. It's 100 in Hondo, 98 Port SA, 96 Bulverde. Up in the hill country, that's where we've got the cloud cover and the severe thunderstorms. 92 in Kerrville, 91 Fredericksburg. Junction is at a rain-cooled 78 degrees. So that yellow box does indicate where we have a severe thunderstorm watch until 11 p.m. tonight. Again, this is not for the San Antonio area. This is north of Highway 90, but it does include all of our hill country counties and even as far west as Del Rio and Valverde County. Again, that's till 11 o'clock. Depending on how storms behave here over the next several hours, we could have a few more counties included. And I'll be sure to keep you updated online and on the KSAT weather app if that does happen this evening. But I want to talk a little bit more about these severe storms that are up across the hill country. Again, that's really the main activity we have. There's no rain or thunderstorm activity around San Antonio, New Braunfels, Medina Lake, Bandera. It's all up I-10 across the hill country. And we do have a slow moving severe thunderstorm here northwest of Kerrville. If you're in Kerrville, you're likely hearing the thunder. You may be even seeing some lightning strikes, especially as you look northwest. There's likely some pretty sizable hail in this storm. Hail up to golf ball size is what the National Weather Service believes. So this is an issue for Mountain Home and Harper. This is also producing some heavy rain that's not moving very quickly. So we've got the large hail concern and also the heavy rain concern here. There could be some gusty winds in here as well. I want to take a quick look at where we could have the largest hail within this thunderstorm. going to change products here really quickly. There we go. So where we've got that yellow, white and black west of Mountain Home, northwest of Hunt, that's likely where we have the largest hail that could be up to the size of golf balls. That's 41 right there west of Mountain Home. So that's where we have the largest hail, and that is the biggest concern with this storm at this time. I want to put this into motion for you here. Again, it's just not moving very quickly. There's almost some southwesterly development to this storm. So I'm going to keep a very close eye on this for you. You can look at radar anytime on the KSAT Weather Authority app, and you can get severe weather alerts there as well. Let's walk through Futurecast again this evening. I expect thunderstorm activity to stay across the hill country, but as we get past sunset, closer to midnight, as the actual front itself moves south, I expect a broken line of some scattered showers and storms to move through the San Antonio area. Again, chances will really start to pick up after midnight. I don't expect a whole lot of severe weather at that time because it's really the heat of the day that's spurring the severe storms right now across the hill country. So by the time rain gets to San Antonio, things should generally be in a weaker state, but nonetheless, we could be looking at some heavy rain and some rumbles of thunder overnight. Could wake up the kiddos and the pets, so just be prepared for that. By early tomorrow, we're looking at likely just some lingering shower activity, and mainly Sunday is going to just be cooler and breezy with a lot of cloud cover. If you don't cash in on the rain tonight, don't worry. I've got even better chances for you late Monday into Monday night. Also scattered rain possible Tuesday and again on Wednesday as an active weather pattern kicks in. So again, around San Antonio, we're talking about the best chances for a few rumbles of thunder as we get closer to midnight through about 2-3 o'clock in the morning. And then we'll get to enjoy a cooler day on Sunday. The rain chances, they continue for several days. This is what we need, guys.
You know what's not in that forecast? Any record-breaking heat. We appreciate that.
That's all that matters.
Thank you, Katie. All right, Andrew's here to tell us about some high school softball.
That's right. Holy Cross is playing for the Division III TAP state title. They won it last year. They were up for it again this year. When we come back, we'll show you highlights from a great performance in the circle today. Plus, Reagan baseball got a huge playoff win last night. Got some highlights and reaction from that as well. Next.
I had it in my mind. I knew as soon as that ball was hit to me, I knew he was going to take off because it's dead center, and you know, I've been waiting for that moment, and it came around, and I got the job done.
In one of the best defensive plays of the season, center fielder Britton Moore gunned down a Smithson Valley runner at the plate to maintain a one-run lead late as Reagan held on to clinch their series against the Rangers last night in Big Board Sports. Up in Arlington today, the Holy Cross softball team is back in the TAPS Division III state championship game for the second straight season, taking on Trinity Christian. Knights take control of this one in the top of the second, up 1-0, bases loaded. Bella Delgado puts a charge in a deep left. That drops in as all three runners come in to score, and it's 4-0 Knights. And that's all the offense Holy Cross would need because junior pitcher Gia Reynosa was a monster in the circle, striking out 18 batters in a no-hit effort. Holy Cross completes a playoff shutout of all of their opponents to claim their second straight state title. 4-0 there is the final. In baseball, Central Catholic had a chance to bring home a TAPS Division I title against Plano Presswood. Lions jump on the board, though, in a hurry. Will Johnson drives in a pair of runs in the top of the first with his RBI single to left. Throw home not in time to get the second runner as Plano puts 3 runs on the board in that first inning. Buttons come up a win short of the title. They fall 5-0. Closer to home, the third round of the UIL playoffs wraps up this afternoon. Game 3 between Blanco and Marion at NEISD Sports Park this afternoon. Panthers were shut out in Game 2 last night. Doesn't happen today. Top of the first, Blanco up 1-0. Zach Wisdom puts another run on the board with that RBI single to right. Runner scores easily, and it's 2-0 Panthers after one. Let's head to the top of the third now. Line keeps moving. This time, Dylan LaRue pokes one into left. Devin Newsom had a great read on the ball, and he scores to kickstart a 3-run inning. It's 5-0 Blanco. Bulldogs not going quietly. Bases loaded, bottom of the fifth. Callan Beck just sneaks a hit past the second baseman. That'll play to pair. Comeback is on now as Marion now trails 6-2. They've got a chance for more damage in the same inning with 2 on. Ty Blake gives it a ride into left. They're going to wave the runner home here, but check out the throw from the left fielder. They get the runner at the plate. Perfect tag there by catcher Dylan LaRue for the out. Blanco cruises from there. They win it 9-2 and take the series 2-1.
I think the series fed off of energy. We had great energy the first game of the series. Second game was lacking a little bit, and it showed. We lost 2-0 there, but we came out today with energy out the wazoo and came out with a win.
This means a lot
compared to last year, we only made it 2 rounds, so making it past the 3rd round is definitely a milestone right there. And this is only my 2nd year here, so being with this team, it's been great. And I hope to go farther with these boys.
Blanco will face Bishop in the 4th round next week. In Class 6A, the Reagan baseball team took down Smithson Valley last night 3-2 in 8 innings to complete a 2-game sweep of their 3rd round series. And for the 2nd straight game, Reagan had to rally from an early deficit with great at-bats and timely hitting. Ultimately, Teagan Peoples had final say in this one. The Reagan senior not only drove in the game-winning run in the top of the 8th, but he was also on the mound in the bottom of the 8th, securing a hard-fought victory against the reigning regional champs. Last year, Reagan lost to the Rangers in the 3rd round. This year, they exacted a little revenge.
They are a really good team over there, and then we fought for 15 innings straight. It was a war. We came out on top though. So
all you can think about is last year when both times they were the home team, they walked it off in the bottom of the 7th. But my kids' grit and toughness is unmatched right now.
I've been waiting for this moment to get some revenge from last year, and we got it. And we're going to celebrate this 3rd round win, but we've got unfinished business.
Reagan advances to play the winner of O'Connor and Eagle Pass from that series. Those 2 teams are currently playing their decisive Game 3 in Jourdanton as we speak. Last night, the Golden State Warriors pieced together a huge second-half rally to defeat the Dallas Mavericks 126-117 in Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals. Stephen Curry didn't check into the 4th quarter until there were 6.5 minutes left in regulation, which was after the Warriors had already taken a 7-point lead. He finished with a team-high 32 points. So how did he feel sitting on the bench watching his team take over?
You feel that flow, and you don't want to kind of interrupt it, even though those are important minutes. And JP, Loon, Otto especially, they did their job and helped seal that win for us.
Good problem to have for Steph. Meantime, the Eastern Conference Final heads to Boston this evening for Game 3 with the Celtics and Heat tied at 1 game apiece. Tip-off is at 7:30 p.m. right here on KSAT 12. Texas A&M head coach Jimbo Fisher arrived in San Antonio last night to speak to the local A&M club for their annual coaches night. KSAT 12's Greg Simmons sat down with Fisher, and there were plenty of topics up for discussion, including Fisher's thoughts on the accusations levied at the program by Alabama head coach Nick Saban. But Fisher also talked about Judson grad and Aggie alum DeMarvin Leal, who was drafted by the Pittsburgh Steelers in the 3rd round of this year's NFL draft. Leal was originally projected to go earlier. Was Fisher surprised by his draft placement?
Yeah, a little bit. I thought it'd be 1st or 2nd, late 1st, possible 2nd, early 2nd. But that's the NFL. That's what I say. How your workout goes, where they see you, where you fit in, what other guy was available to them. It's a business. And then is Marv a defensive end or a defensive tackle? And that's an issue too. And depending on what program or what system you were in, those are all issues. But was he a great player? Phenomenal player. He was so productive for us and made so many plays and was a great leader and a great human being, great everything for us.
Leal actually just signed his rookie deal with Pittsburgh yesterday, 4 years for $5.2 million. We are back after the break.
That's all our time.
We'll see you back here tonight on the Night Beat.